Listen at your own risk, as this content is extremely overwhelming and may do further damage to those minds closed off to objective reality. Approach with an open mind, as the heavy nature of the content will lick your chip.
This show is not for PG Blood Clot 13. This rated R. Reckless. Dangerous. What?
Blood on the Streets, episode 5. Hold on. Let me get my Snapple Apple. Shout out to Snapple Apple, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ak for selling the big bottle of Snapple Apple. Hold on. Shout out to Ak, man. They finally upgraded. They used to sell the little bottle of Snapple Apple. Now they're selling the big bottle of Snapple Apple. I'll probably buy one of those like every single day. I love Snapple Apple. Shout out to Snapple Apple, man. Y'all should sponsor the kid. Y'all should sponsor Blood on the Streets. Anyway, peeps, Blood on the Streets, episode 6. Episode 6. But you already know, before we get into the deep calculation, y'all know what Blood on the Street is about. Blood on the Streets is a series that calculate violence in New York City, violence in the concrete jungle. Everything under the umbrella: killing, kidnapping, shooting, scamming. But like I said, before I get into the deep calculation on Blood on the Streets, episode 6, there's also a pre-segment called Let's Talk About It. You know what I'm saying? It's a pre-segment, pre-calculation called Let's Talk About It. Let's Talk About It is about things that might happen in my personal life or things that's happening out there that people is talking about it. You get what I'm saying? In episode 5, Let's Talk About It brushed on the Major Hype situation. Quick recap on the Major Hype situation. A lot of females came out in their feelings. A lot of females came out in their feelings without evidence. They only got a glimpse of the situation and they ran with their feelings. No solid evidence. So everybody that was on Major Hype side and expressed anything about Major Hype was getting bashed on social media by these females. Like I said, these females gathered up the emotion, came to conclusion without solid evidence. But guess what, peeps? I always stand behind calculation. Number one thing about calculation is when you're calculating, do not calculate with emotion. Calculate with solid facts and evidence. Don't calculate with emotion. So once you start calculating off of emotion, you're going wrong. The calculation is wrong. These females was calculating with emotion. They automatically joined the Kirby side. I ain't gonna lie. The first time I seen the video, I also got emotionally. I also start bashing Major Hype. But then I catch myself and start calculating with and start looking for evidence. Start looking for facts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying Major Hype beat the girl. I'm not saying he did not beat the girl. He might have hit her during the course of their relationship. Situation might have got out of hand. You get what I'm saying? But there's more videos that came out. More sexual videos that came out that still don't explain the beating. But there's a specific sexual tape that came out and Kirby was getting smacked left and right. Like she was really getting smacked left and right. The way she was getting smacked, if I feel like she gets smacked while she was having sex, and she gets smacked on the regular basis by this whoever this guy is. These videos is incriminating Kirby. So how you girls gonna just jump on her side and start bashing the other man? All I'm saying is, man, when you're calculating without emotion. The major hype situation in episode 5, Blood in the Streets, talk about it, was just to prove to y'all that y'all calculating with emotion. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's just a recap of episode 5. Talk about it. Right now, we on Blood in the Streets, episode 6. Let's dive into the talk about it segment before we get into the calculations of the city violence. Talk about it. The vaccine is coming around, peeps. The vaccine is around the corner, probably less than 2 days. Some New Yorkers, groups of New Yorkers, going to be getting vaccinated. Now, my question to you is, are you open to try this vaccine? Are you willing to let your kids stand in line to take this vaccine? And off calculation on this vaccine, they saying that you got to take it 1 week, take a shot in a week, and in 2 weeks come back and take another shot. So that means that's 2 doctor's trips that you got to take for this vaccine. Now, I'm doing some simple calculation. I mean, not even have to dig in, none of that. Some simple calculation on this situation. There was a lot of diseases that killed people out there that still haven't got a solid cure yet. So how many years did y'all worked on this vaccine, quote unquote vaccine? How do you know this is for sure going to be a success? Because usually in the medicine world, when you take something, it's going to be some side effects. What are the side effects of this vaccine that y'all trying to give us so fast? How do you know? Usually not everything work for everybody. How many deaths do y'all have calculated on this vaccine? Because, I'm in the stock business. So, the stocks, you're going to get certain news. So the same vaccine that they're trying to put out was put out in Europe. And so far on the calculation, on the reports, they were saying that 2 people, I don't know how many people took the vaccine already, but they're just saying 2 people had some serious side effects off of the vaccine. I don't know 2 out of how many. I don't know. They just reported 2 people in Europe side effects off of the same vaccine that the Americans was trying to put in America. Now, what's the calculation? Calculation is for the people that's listening right now. Now, I'm giving y'all my calculation, and then you guys could take your time and calculate on this, because this is a very serious situation. This is a turning page here. This is a very serious situation, and we're really not looking into it like we're supposed to. You get what I'm saying? So here's the calculation on this vaccine situation that I believe should go down. Now, if you right now got the COVID, if you're listening right now and you got the COVID and you sick in the bed, sick in a hospital, sick somewhere, damn near taking your last couple of breaths, you're dying, or a family member that got the COVID right now that's dying of the COVID right now. If your son, daughter, God forbid, friends, somebody that maybe yourself, is dying of the COVID right now, as in You're dying right now. You in the hospital laid up right now. You got the COVID. Because it's two type of people that get the COVIDs. It's the ones that get the COVID and really suffer. They have to be in the hospital on ventilator system and all this extra stuff in ICU. And there's people that got the COVID. They're just walking around all healthy and just jumping around, backflipping like nothing happened. So it's two type of people out there right now with the COVID. The ones that have to end up in the hospital and the ones that's still healthy and just, they're good. I'm talking to the ones that's in the hospital. You need the vaccine. The ones that's about to die from COVID, you need the vaccine. If you check into the hospital because you got COVID and your situation is getting worse, the hospital needs to give your ass that vaccine immediately. If it's an essential worker that's dying from the COVID, they need to be first in line to take the vaccine immediately. Why do I say that? The reason why I say that is you're already dying. You already dying, bro. You in the hospital dying of COVID under ventilator system. Take the vaccine. What other route you trying to do? What other way is there? Take the vaccine. The vaccine could give you hope. But the vaccine definitely cannot give me hope. The vaccine cannot give the other person that had the COVID that's walking around backflipping and doing all. It cannot give them hope. The vaccine cannot give the person that never received COVID before hope. Calculate that. If you're dying of COVID right now, as in right now in this minute, or you know somebody that's dying from COVID right now in this minute, they need the vaccine. Because they dying. What's next? Death? So here's another hope. Take this vaccine and let's hope that it saves you. Because right now you're about to die, bro. Not Eric that's going to work every single day, that's chilling, that's doing what they got to do, even though around these times, these COVID times, not Eric, you're going to give him a vaccine. You don't know how he's going to come. You don't know how he's going to react on him. Eric could be a healthy man handling his business. His body immune system could be fighting the COVID, keeping it away. And now you just inject him with this vaccine and he backfired. Now Eric is gone. That's the only risk a healthy person is going to take once they decide to take the COVID vaccine. The only risk you're going to take is now it's a possibility I might get a side effect from this vaccine that's going to mess me up. Right now in this COVID era, is no time for nobody to get sick. It's no time for nobody to feel terrible. Right now, your body immune system need to be 100% up and running and strong. It's no time right now to be taking no type of shots to make your body sick or weak. So, if you're healthy, you got a family, you're doing your thing during these COVID times, you're holding it down, you're good, your family good, I do not think you should take the COVID vaccine. I think you should fall back and chill. My guess is your body already immune to the COVID and you're probably a transporter. But you're not at danger. Once you take that vaccine, I don't know if you're going to be, we don't know what's going to happen. Are you willing to take that risk? Right now, you know what? It's a saying back in the days. If it's not broken, why fix it? If you feeling good, if you went to the doctor, check up on the doctor said you're healthy and you're good, why are you going to take the vaccine? To prevent you from getting COVID? But you survived through the first wave. The same steps you took for the first wave, take the same steps, but better calculated steps to even prevent you, make you better. But peeps, to each their own. If you feel like you need to do that, do that. You get what I'm saying? It's no bashing. This is not a bashing show. This is a calculation show. We calculating on both sides. Now, I don't see no, maybe you scared, maybe you shocked, family members already died, so maybe you already got the COVID and you survived the COVID, so now you're on some, I can't put no calculation why a healthy human being will put himself to get the COVID. So peeps, let me tell y'all something. Blood on the Streets is live on IG. Blood on the Streets is live on IG, Links and Vibes. If you're on the radio station or you're on YouTube right now and you're not following Links and Vibes, make sure you follow the IG at Links and Vibes. For everybody that's on the live right now on IG, Links and Vibes, for the ones that just tuned in, we was just in a segment called Talk About It. Quick early segment, we dive into the Talk About It. We was talking about the vaccine, calculating the vaccine situation. If you missed that segment, you could always go on YouTube at Links and Vibes. Blood on the Streets, episode 6. And you could find that calculation again. You know what I'm saying, peeps? So follow the IG at Links and Vibes. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you comment on the YouTube page, Links Vibes. Comment, share, like. And for the supporters that got little money in their pocket, for the people that's feeling little, you know what I mean? If you're feeling the vibe of Blood on the Streets and the calculations, if you like that and you're feeling the vibe and you feel like you want to donate something, the Cash App is Links and Vibes. It doesn't matter. We don't watch that. I check the Cash App probably once a month, probably once every 3 months. Whatever you decide to send to the Cash App is really appreciated. Hold on, let me say that again. Whatever you send to the Cash App is really appreciated. So peeps, that was Talk About It, vaccine. Hopefully you got a clear calculation. Hopefully you got a clear mind on what you going to do. If you decided to take it, if you don't decide to take it, as long as that decision makes you comfortable, as long as that decision make you happy, make your family happy. If you could stand strong behind your decision, I'm happy for you too. But I just throw out some calculation on the situation so you could utilize that to calculate your own self. Because eventually you're going to have to answer that question. Are you going to take the vaccine, yes or no? Now, before I move on and get into the Blood on the Street calculation, I heard the lawmakers, and this is for the people that live in New York City, because we got people tuning in from different part of the U.S., different part of the world. This is for people in New York City. I don't know about no place else. The base is in New York, right? I heard that the lawmakers is going to make it mandatory for people living in New York to take the COVID test. Now, I have a major problem with that. If they making it mandatory for New Yorkers to take the COVID test, hopefully they the first one to take them. Yo, these people probably don't even live in New York. If they make it mandatory for New Yorkers to take the COVID test, I say they need to take the test first. How y'all playing with people's life like that? You don't know my DNA. You don't know the reaction that I'm going to get. I should be the one to decide if I want to do that or not. How you gonna change the law and make it mandatory that everybody go take 2 shots in 2 weeks? Y'all really want to wipe people? Yo, these people is crazy. Anyway, peeps, like I said, YouTube page, Links Vibes. Make sure you comment, like, tell me what you think about the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. Now, another calculation, right? This is the money thing. This is the money thing, right? Pay attention to the stocks. Pay attention to the name of the vaccines. Put some money together and invest it into whatever name it is. Because I believe that stock is going to go skyrocket once it drop down. Once the vaccine touch down, whatever stocks is representing it is going sky high. Eventually down the episodes, I'm going to see if we could do some stock calculation. I'm still learning. I'm still calculating the stocks. But this is just a little, you know what I'm saying? These people, I think it's something behind all this, guys. I'm not even going to lie to you. I just can't figure it out yet. It's something behind all this. I just cannot figure it out yet. But I'm calculating slowly. We calculating slowly. All right, peeps. Blood on the streets. Blood on the Streets, episode 6. Let's dive right into it. In Brooklyn, a FedEx man was shot in the back of the head after delivering a package walking out of the building. So peeps, it ain't just stopped at the people involved into the gang violence. It's not just with them. It's not just with the innocent standby buyers, because we calculate a couple of innocent standby that got shot and killed. RIP the lady in Staten Island. A lady was just amongst her family, chilling, having a family time inside her house. Gang violence was happening outside. A bullet happened to cross through and hit her right in the neck or the head. She had to go through brain surgery. She was fighting for a couple of weeks, fighting, and then RIP. So like I said, it's not just with the ones that's involved with the shooting, involved with the gun violence. It's not just with the innocent standby. Because now innocent standbys is part of the game now. If you get shot and you were innocent standby, that's part of the game since 2020. Now it's also the people on the job. It's the people on the job also. Now, I haven't heard them shoot or haven't heard a mailman get violated because they passed a federal law with the mailman. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. You get what I'm saying? They clapped. They clapped this man. They clapped a FedEx man. Now, I'm watching this video, and I'm trying to calculate on the video, right? This man opened the door. Now, this is for the people that live in the projects. You know, either you got to press a button or you got to buzz yourself in because the door going to slam lock and whoever's outside can't come in. And sometimes it's 2 doors you got to go through. So, you know, whoever goes first, guy open the door, probably somebody coming through. The second person is the FedEx man. So he politely opened the door, let the first person go through, pass by. And when the FedEx guy passed by, he probably said thank you. Because if somebody opened the door for you, you're going to say good looking, thank you. You know what I'm saying? The first person walked by, said thank you, no problem. The FedEx man walked by, said thank you, no problem. Then you close the door, pull out your gun, and blast him. And the crazy thing is, you don't even kill the guy. You get what I'm saying? Now, my calculation on this whole situation is this might be some beef. This guy definitely got some type of beef with this FedEx guy. Some personal beef. Because now, peeps, if you pay attention to the delivery system, it's not random people delivering stuff to your house. It's the same person. It's the same guy. I know my FedEx guy. I know my UPS guy. I know my mail guy. Because I see them every time, every day. It's the same person. So now this person must have some type of altercation with this FedEx guy. This FedEx guy must have violated his package or must have done something that he said, you know what, enough is enough. Next time I catch this guy, I'm going to violate him. My question is, what did this FedEx guy do to deserve a bullet in the back of the head? Because if you pay attention to the video, like I said, he let the guy walk by. He let the person in front of him walk by, let him walk by, pull out the gun, and then give it to him. So this is I'm a catcher. I'm a catcher. Oh, word? You think I'm playing? All right, cool. You think I'm playing? All right, cool. Say no more. That right there is he think I'm playing move. Right there in Brooklyn. Uniform, in full uniform, still getting clapped. Look at him running for his life. Let's move on, peeps. Let's go to the Bronx. You know the Bronx always fully loaded, You know the Bronx. The Bronx don't play. Let's dive into it to the map. Right over here by Huntington Ave. Right? A little, y'all know the Bronx midday around 1:30 p.m. It gets hectic, Corona season or not. Traffic is still 100. Traffic is still at it, bumper to bumper. Now, like always, some accident just happened. Somebody just rear-ended somebody. As the person that got rear-ended, you know you not in the wrong. So what you going to do? You're going to hold your composure, come outside, probably get your phone and start document the situation because the person just smashed right into you behind your car. Obviously, he can't drive, so his insurance going to pay for this. So while the person was documenting, taking pictures and whatever, the driver got out the car. The passenger, which was a female, got out the car, start cursing, arguing. The driver pulled out a gun, took the phone from the other driver, start shooting the gun. Now, luckily, the driver took a picture with his, because he got a dash cam. So he took a picture of the passenger. He could have really took a picture of the driver. The driver got a gun towards him. He trying to get out of there. While he trying to get out of there, he just snapped a picture of them. He caught the passenger, which is a female. If you pay attention to the screen right now, that is the female. It's crazy, right? I mean, it's crazy, but this is nothing still. It's crazy, but this is nothing still. Any New Yorker must have heard by now a couple of people that got killed during road rage. So for somebody to pull out the gun and start busting it and take your phone from it's nothing. It's nothing out of the normal. This is regular New York's thing. You know what I'm saying? But ladies, gentlemen, this is the passenger right here. That's the passenger right there. Let's move on, shall we? Right now, we're going to go to Queens. We're gonna go to Queens. Now, this one, I gotta take another sip of the apple snapple for this one. Hold on. This one is kind of ridiculous. This one is kind of ridiculous, peeps. Two NYPD police shot in Queens. The suspect dead. Let's calculate. So somebody, this is what the police reported anyway. They said there was called to a domestic violence in Springfield Gardens. All right, so here's a regular domestic violence call in Springfield Gardens. They pull up to the house. Lady was there. They was having conversation with the lady. The suspect pulled up, pull out his gun, and start blasting. The police blast back, hit the sus, killed the sus. Let's calculate, peeps. So, police at the resident. The suspect name is Rondell Gabi, a 41 years old peace officer from City University. He had 2 registered guns because the job that he holds, he need a carry on. So he got 2 of them things. You know what I'm saying? So Rondell finished work, pulled up to the crib. I don't know if he finished work because, like I said, the police is responding to a domestic violence. Who's doing what domestic violence where? Either or. Calculation, they must have been arguing. The wife called the police. I guess Rondell decided to take a walk. When he came back, he found the police in the house, and he started shooting. That calculation is kind of retarded for me. Only way I'm starting shooting if you, I don't know. I think this might be a setup. Because they're saying they was investigating the domestic violence call. So they was talking to the lady, and Rondell just walked in and started shooting. Rondell shot about 3 shots. He came in, bah, bah. No, that was 2 shots. 3 shots. He walked in, oh, what the fuck? Bah, bah, bah. Out of those 3 shots, 1 police got hit in the hand 2 times. Another police got hit in the leg. Then they fire 7 shots. Bah, 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 bah. Killed them. He fired 3, hit him. They fired 7. Out of those 7, 4 of them hit him and killed them. House decorated Christmas, in the Christmas spirit. Now, this one you gotta do a little further calculation. Your mind gotta be a little bit further to calculate this one, because you gotta calculate outside the box. You get what I'm saying? Your mind gotta be a little bit further to calculate this one. Let's bring the mind a little bit further. Let's get into the deep calculation here, because I feel like this was a setup. I feel like the police, now whoever the investigator is on this case, need to investigate the relationship between the police on the scene and the woman. If they ever had any type of involvement, any type of family meeting, anything that put them together as friends, as friends, partners, that means it's a setup. This man probably was tight because she was messing with one of these police, or she was dealing, or she was flirting with one of these police. They got into an altercation or whatever. He left the crib. Then he came back, and these niggas is in the crib. What you think he's going to do? He's already angry from the situation. What you think I'm going? You going? First, I had an argument with you about these niggas. We had a major argument about these niggas. Now I just stepped outside to calm down real quick and come right back inside, and these niggas is in here. I'm killing everybody. That's my further calculation on the situation. Because for the police to say we answering to domestic violence, when the police come to domestic violence, when they pull up in the vehicle, number one, if it's a one-way, they when a police pull up for a call, they're going to let it be known they're there. Okay? Once a police pull up for a call, they're going to let it be known that they're there. The lights is on. They're going to be parked. They're going to park their vehicle crooked. They're going to block driveway. They're going to park in the middle of the streets. Either or, the block is hot. Everybody know the police is here. So when the man walk inside the house, he know the police presence is already there. So either he's Psycho Michael, and I guess he's ready to go into a shootout with the police, which never, ever, ever work out. So he got to be Psycho Michael. Or it's a personal situation going on between the four of them. Him, her, and the two police. It's either two of those. That's it. There's no other calculation on this situation. How the man know that the police is there, just walk in there and start bussing? Or they set him up. They set him up and create a story. They killed them and then decide to create a story. As the investigator, I have to see the call that was made, the domestic violence call that was made. Then I need to know who made that call. Then I need to see if you guys is in a relationship or not, because this sounds like a setup to me. Why would a man with a gun license, calculate people, why would a man with a gun license in New York City, you know how many psychological tests and evaluation you have to go through to be a carry-on, to be a licensed carry-on in New York City? New York City is not a gun state. You cannot carry a gun in New York City unless you got a special training, special evaluation, all that extra stuff. For you to be walking around with a gun in New York City, you don't have the same trainings as a regular civil. I'm not saying you're not capable of doing Psycho Michael stuff. I'm just saying, though, a man in that position. I look up peace officer jobs. They make good money. They make good money. So for a man to be in a position like that, I cannot just go with the police report. Domestic violence, they pulled up, he started blasting. It can't be case closed, people. We got to calculate a little bit more. Blood on the Streets, episode 6. Yeah, man, like I said, man, we got to calculate a little bit more. I don't think that's it, but I know y'all know about the Blue Shield. Police got hit. They kill the perpetrator. They're going to brush everything under the rug and call it a night. They're going to make him look bad and move on, because there's plenty unsolved case where we could work on instead of working on our own, investigating into our own police, see if they dirty or not. So pretty much what I'm saying is this case is a closed case. They're not gonna look into it. They're gonna let it be. Right off the police report. Whatever the police report says, that's what it is. But like I said, further calculation. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not too sure about the police reports these days. After all this that's happening, I can take the police report 100, probably like 65%. I'll read the police report, then I'm going to turn around and ask them. I'm going to read the police report, right? Then I'm going to turn around and ask them, okay, guys, what really happened? Forget the police report. Tell me what really happened. But anyway, peeps, Blood on the Streets, episode 6. Till next time, and next time, and next time.